So portable electric tools. We have various different portable electric tools in the classroom here. Many of them, or probably the most popular ones that we use here, are going to be our drills and then grinders. We do have some electric impacts and a few other electric tools, but these are the most popular that we use. So before using any portable tools, first thing we want to do is inspect the tool to some degree to make sure that the tool is safe for operation. Meaning, we're going to look over the cords. Do they have cuts, breaks in them? Is there any obvious damage? The triggers on them, are they stuck? Are they moving smoothly? Okay, so just a general quick inspection to make sure that it is in good, safe operation. For drills, the portion, the end here that the different drill bits and different bits and so forth that we can put in, this is called the chuck, and we use a key to tighten that chuck. One thing we want to remember is to remove the key before we go to using the drill. If we forget to remove it, it becomes a projectile. We don't want that. So make sure the key is removed. Also, anytime when we are changing drill bits, driver bits, whatever we may be putting in the end of this, we're going to unplug it every time. But unplug it, change whatever we're going to put in the end of the drill, then plug it back in, and away we go. Another thing we need to keep in mind is whatever we're drilling needs to be securely fastened to some degree. Whether we put it in a vise on a bench, maybe we're going to be drilling something that's on a machine, it's attached to the machine. We don't need to clamp it down because it's attached to a heavy machine. It's not going anywhere. Really what we want to alleviate is drilling any kind of small things that can take off on us, that can move around, become a projectile. So when using these, that's one thing we want to be aware of. Also, typically, because the cords are short, we are going to use an extension cord. We need to be aware of how we route that extension cord, where it's at. Is it out of harm's way? Not only is it out of harm's way of getting caught in the drill or possibly the grinder, is it out of harm's way in the event that nobody's going to trip over it? It's not going to get ran over or damaged by other things in the work area. As with our cords, we're also going to inspect our extension cords to make sure they don't have any cuts or damage to them. Now grinders, we use grinders, portable grinders in here quite often. Biggest thing with these is we are changing the consumables often. Once again, unplugging the grinder prior to changing the consumables. Maybe we need to put on a different grinding wheel, flapper wheel, cutoff wheel, whatever it may be, but we'll always unplug it before we change those consumables. Another thing with the grinder, I highly suggest wearing gloves. I want to see everybody in here using gloves to some degree. Now we have welding gloves in here, they work very, very well. The nice thing about them is they're heavy leather. If this thing happens to catch something and jump out and catch your hand or your finger, there's a good chance it's not going to go through the glove. Okay? So wearing gloves. Also wearing a face shield. Our general safety glasses are not going to be good enough. We need something a little more protection. This thing spins at a very high RPM and it's going to be sending sparks and debris and things everywhere. I want to see face shields on you guys when you're using the grinders. Okay, so face shields and gloves. If you want a real good example of why you need to use gloves, I'll show you my finger later. So, any questions on portable tools?